G'day, I'm Johnny Cooked Austin, and today we're hitting the brown snake and we're going to do a catch and cook. Hopefully we catch some mud crabs. A huge shout out to Michelle, daughter of John and Ella, who let me use this amazing property. John Locke built this house with his bare hands in 1963. See if you can spot this brown snake skin. Look at that. Not bad, good size. Thought I'd do some quick slashing while I'm here to provide easy access down to the river and to avoid some of those brown snakes. Now, before I kicked off my adventure, I thought I'd check out the local wildlife around here. The sheer amount of local birds is actually insane. Check out some of this slow-mo footage I got here of this cookie coming in for a bit of meat. Ramallo keeps just belching people out of the park. No, this is my area. What a bully. Just a tip with Aussie Q, did you know that kookaburras is the biggest exterminator of snakes in Australia? Now, Southeast Queensland, you have really turned it on. Check out the view that I've got to play with. Insane. You f***wits. See they didn't put the slit all the way through? Now we've got the muddy crab net set up. We're going to throw some chicken frames in and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to operate, depending on the size of these chicken frames, I reckon we'll go, yeah, we'll easily fit 2 in there. And then we can use the last one for bait. We'll use my emergency reel. Let's see, how many frames you got? Yeah, we'll go 3. Give them an all-you-can-eat feast. Now you can use a bait clip or you can tie it up. I bloody forgot mine, so I'm just going to hack a little bit at the end of this rope off and I'm just going to weave it through like a basket. See that? I just weave that through and then just put a normal reef knot in the top. Pretty damn simple. Clip him off. We're ready to launch. Righto. It's not too bad area here. I've actually just walked down here before, tested the water. It's probably sitting at about 1.3 meters, but the good thing is there's a lot of rocks, logs, sort of overhangs and bits and pieces, which obviously muddies enjoy. So we'll throw this in. We've only got a few hours of daylight left, which is unfortunate. If we get nothing again for dinner, we'll go again check in the morning. We might even have chili muddies for brekkie. As you can see, slipperier than a brown snake down here, so I just got to watch my footing. Nice little hole just there to peek through. You can imagine they had 1974 floods through the old brown, and I would have been completely, obviously I would have drowned. For perspective, the 1974 floods in Brisbane, I'm probably about 2 meters above water level. If you have a look straight up that hill, the water got all the way up there. That's probably another 20 meters above my head. All right, I'm going to try and thread the needle in here. Look at this. Dinner? Right, so from a high vantage point, I can get a better idea of the current through the old brown snake. As you can see, it's not moving too fast, which is fantastic for the crab net. Even though we're in shallow water, you should be able to get a bit of a look there. Because you can go quite crazy, but it's pretty calm at the moment. All right, so there's the swag set up. Nice flat ground. Going to set up the fire here. Look at that view. Straight over the brown snake. Doesn't get much better than that. All the grass and stuff's quite low in this area. Absolutely banging. All right, so my little camping chair falls down to about 30, 35 centimeters. Just a little mountain design number. pretty damn easy to set up. It's just how I like it. Bloke approved, that's for sure. See how long this takes me without trying to rush it and go too crazy. One more. Come on, the pressure. Bingo. How long did that take? How's the Serenity? Great little camping shovel, folds down to about, I don't know, it's maybe 15 centimetres. That bloody quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to release that, turn it into the pick mode. So I go 90-degree right angle. What I'll do is where I'm going to build my fire, I'll basically just dig some channels underneath that will allow greater airflow. Fucking some of the hardest wood there is, Queensland ironbark. Right, we're just going to use a ferro rod, get this spark going. Beauty. Right, while the fire's going, we've got the mad crab net in. We're just going to check the tide on it. Emergency reel, I haven't got a fucking sinker. I left the fucking sinkers at home. So I might grab some of that chicken frame, see if we can weigh it down a little bit. Try our luck. Let's go have a look. Alright, just going to nick a few bits off here. Alright, that'll do it. Look at this. Old pontoon been absolutely demolished by the floods. Look at that, it's even got little trees growing out of it. She is proper fun. What do you reckon? Don't know if I should be going for a walk up there. I'm not 100% sure how safe this is, to be honest, because that'd be fucking shit fucking dropping down in there. I want to assume this pontoon went down a lot further. Alright, we're just going to hook up to that chicken frame, just going to drop it in. See how we fare. Good thing about the chicken frame, there's a lot of sinew and stuff on it, so it's quite easy to get it really hooked on there. Alright, let's pelt her in, see how we go. Alright, give it another shot. Well, I caught nothing but fresh air. Still got the chicken carcass though. Alright, we'll come back tomorrow morning. Tide will be high. We'll see how those muddies go. Alright, time for emergency dinner. She's getting a bit chilly. No crabs, no fish. When the tide comes in, it might be a bit better. You know anything about Australia? Australia cold hits bloody different. Right. Let's get bloody toasty. Here's emergency rats. I've got a Yank MRE. It's just bloody cold. It could freeze an Eskimo's fucking gonads off. So we've got menu 3. So chicken noodles, vegetables in sauce. Next cab off the rank. Can you read that? We've got a Japanese special. I don't know if anyone can translate that for me. Bit of a lucky dip doesn't hurt anyone. Okay, let's see what the American one's like. Keep that for rubbish. So we've got the main meal. Chicken and noodles. Got some Tabasco, apple jelly, Skittles. Straight to my ass. Peanut butter. I can get around that. Some crackers to go with said peanut butter. Apple sauce and a raspberry puree. Sounds very breakfasty. We've got a tropical punch. Nutritional information. And all you got all your condiments, sugar, probably salt and all that sort of good stuff. And then we've got a heating pouch. Righto, let's get this cranking. Split her open, remove MRE pouch and blah blah blah, tear off top of bag. I love how it's soldier proof. Place MRE pouch in the bag with heater. I can do that. Just too easy, isn't it? Like it says, lean up to a rock or something. Just to reiterate, the or something. Right, it's now leaning on the rock or something in the water bottle. Let's let that rip for 6 minutes and hope for the best. Hopefully the MRE pouch is still good to go. These are those channels I dug. It's just enough to let some oxygen in without absolutely feeding it like a mother. Just the subtle little things like that make a world of difference to feed that fire. While we're waiting for that to heat up, let's get into some of this penis paste and crackers. It's bloody thick. Looks like a little bloody turd. I'd argue that it's a bit stale. What's the use by that in this thing? Not mystery guess. Right. Next cab off the rank, apple jelly, or in my language, apple jam. I don't know if I've ever had apple jam, to be brutally blunt. I feel like I can go a little bit harder with the jelly compared to the old peanut paste. Use the packet as a spoon. That's pretty damn good. I'll definitely hit that again. That was a fucking wild sound. So the tropical punch gets a bit odd. Look at that. Right, time to try chicken a la noodle. But of course, wouldn't be Aussie Q if it didn't jazz it up a little bit, even though it's on emergency rations. We're going to put some maple vinegar with it. Get that into you. About a teaspoon, I reckon, should do it. Right, I think that needs some Aussie Q rub. Healthier because it's got a little bit less sugar and sodium, and I know these things will be packed with salt, so I'm going to go about do it. I'll mix that through, and now we're going proper camping fine dining. Wish me luck. Not too bad. I dare say that barbecue rub and the maple vinegar definitely gave it a bit of a power up. I can handle that. Not normally a easy man to please when it comes to food, but time for dessert. We've got applesauce with a raspberry puree coulis. I just added the coulis onto it. That's not a thing. It's not bad. What sugar's this bad boy got in it? Probably enough to satisfy all the fat kids in America. A cheeky 25 grams of sugar. Let's round off this degustation menu with a coffee, shall we? For the brew, we've got crema non-dairy, Bill's Brew, and a wee little bit of sugar. A dandy lid tool, because this thing is boiling. And a little bit of sugar just to kill old Bill's coffee. It's going to be a rough brew. Size 14 boot's a perfect spot to put something if it's too bloody hot. Oh! Country basketball player. That's still warm. Man, that's rough as guts. My God. When it's cold like this, yeah, you can deal with it clearly. I think even the Aussie Rat Pack's coffee is better. For some reason, we always seem to do coffee better in Australia. Right, I thought I heard splashing down at the water's edge, right where the muddy crab net is. I'm like, surely not. What the hell is down there? Let's go take a both feet. It's deceptively fucking steep here, especially when you're carrying a brew in one hand. Is that a fucking mud crab sitting on top? Righto, it's I think it's time for me to crash. We've had a beautiful degustation emergency menu today. Let's see if we can get some muddies and hopefully something off the back of that dilapidated old pontoon. Righto, see you in the morning. Good morning. Like any middle-aged male when it's freezing, I have been busting to go to the toilet. You need some sort of extraction system out of swags for when you go to the toilet. I know it sounds mangy, but Jesus, I was not getting out of this swag. Alright, let's start our morning routine. How's that serenity? Another way to start your fire. See, I've got this jute here that I can get a spark on. Bit of a pain in the ass, but it's perfect because you can move, once it catches, you can move the fire anywhere. See, like that. I can move the rod up and down just to adjust the size so it obviously doesn't catch the whole thing. Yeah, and then you can just sort of point it where you need it. And then just pull the tube over down and it puts it out. Right, let's go check our crab net. High tide is in. So with any luck, we got something in there this morning. I got a glove on because I got a little cut, man. Nice, and there's some mank to get into that. So we got an eel, and a bloody rat's bloody swam in there. Cheeky devil. No bloody muddies though. It's bloody a bit annoying. Alright, let's empty these two retrobates out, shall we? Come on, this way, mate. Well, if I was on a lone survivor, that eel would have come in handy, but there's no way I'm eating an eel when I don't have to. Well, no chili mud crab for brekkie, unfortunately, and I wasn't really keen on filleting an eel when I didn't really have to. I'm not in a survival situation here. I've definitely got enough blubber to keep me going. So let's do my famous maple homemade bacon pancakes. Nature's 4K telly. Doesn't get much better than this. Just give me 5 minutes, then I'll get the pancakes ready. Righto, just got some olive oil. Using little containers like this is gold. There's a homemade maple bacon that we made in a previous video. You can check that out right there. How good does that bacon look? There is nothing like homemade. Oh, look at that colour. How good is that? You cannot beat homemade. And then just a little finish. And part a bit of that wood charcoal flavour. Even better. I'll bang my bush pancake recipe into the description. Finished product. Look at that. You have to get amongst this. Key ingredient besides the homemade bacon, very dark maple syrup. Finishing on a high note with those pancakes is sensational. Now time to pack up the camp and leave not a scarig of rubbish. What I also do is I plan on burning the wood at least an hour before I know I'm going to depart, so it'll burn down to absolutely nothing. Then I can just tip my empty water over it with some sand that will cool off, and there's absolutely no chance of obviously sparking up fires. So camp etiquette is bloody important. Righto, young lead weapons. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We didn't get the bloody catch that we wanted. We got the slippery eel. I'm not on alone, so I wasn't pounding that out for breakfast, but I hope you enjoyed the catch and cook video. It was bloody fun heading out to the brown snake. I mean, what an absolutely cracking view. amazing to have the Australian wildlife out here. Righto, stay tuned for the next adventure.
Where echoes remain. You were the sunrise, and I was the wave. The collision of souls, posing in flight. I was the darkness, you went for the light. Now you're gone, and I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, I'm losing my mind. Now you're gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry? You were the laughter that kept me alive. You were hello when I was goodbye. An ember that flickered then faded away. You were the summer, I was that same old shit in me.